So I just did a quick audit of a local business. I've done thousands of them. We call them quick audits. People can pay for them. And what has happened is finally these agents have beat me. And I had ChatGPT in 5.2 Pro as well as Grok Super Heavy. And I think that's because it's stronger than 4.1, which is the latest one. You have to have the $300 a month subscription. And I don't know if I can share my screen here, maybe, maybe not. But wow. Each of them took about, I think Grok took 14 minutes to do its analysis. And we trained it in our techniques on how we like to look at local businesses, all the signals that are real, that are taught by Danny Liebrandt and Darren Shaw, me, because we have to be careful about what we train it with. If we don't tell it what we want to train it with, it'll just use whatever on the internet, which is what anyone says on the internet. And let me just read for you some of the things that Grok produced. It produced a 4-page report, and the report was pretty solid. I mean, I think maybe even Grok beat me because it pointed out stuff that I didn't notice about some of the technical details of the 2 websites that this company has. ChatGPT pointed those same things out as well. Both of them put together plans on what to do, 30, 60, 90-day plans. They looked at what was missing. They analyzed the financial model for this local service business. And then the fun thing was that I took both of those outputs and I fed them into the AIs to say, which of these two do you think is better, A or B? And both of them agreed that ChatGPT did a better analysis, not just because it was longer, but because it was actually more thorough and thoughtful. And here's what ChatGPT had to say. Here's why, with receipts. It nails the core strategic problem because it frames the real issues, proof packaging, case studies, client outcomes, photos, client voices, which is exactly the case. I did at least give the human credit. I noticed that as well. The second one by Grok did mention EAT, EEAT, right? We talk about Google's standards for experience, expertise, authority, trust. But it's more generic and tied less to specific levers. V1, which was ChatGPT, catches a high-stakes GBP suspension risk. This guy was using a PO box, and that's a big no-no. Those are called SABs, service area businesses. They cannot rank in Google Maps because you need a real location. It can't be a mailboxes or what virtual office kind of thing. And that's important. I didn't notice that. I should have noticed that. The ChatGPT one also understood funnel architecture and what was converting and how the traffic turned into leads better than Grok did. And it's kind of funny that Grok and ChatGPT both agreed on that. And even me as the human, all 3 of us agree that ChatGPT had a better analysis. It was a 14-page analysis. Using Pro, I think it costs about $1.50 in credits, but you know, it's a lot better than paying someone like me $349 to take a look at this. Of course, with the human, I think that you have certain advantages because you have stuff that the AI is not going to pick up on. The AI can't make connections for you. The AI is, I mean, I don't know, we just want to work with humans, don't we? I mean, if you're a local service business, you're already predisposed to agree with me that we prefer humans doing this work where we can. If you want to see this, see the actual audits, the documents, I'm going to try to upload them here. Comment, document if you want to see them. You can see both of the audits as PDFs as well as the video audit that I made. Anyway, love to hear. What do you think? I'm not afraid of this. I view it as I need to level up as a manager. And arguably, these agents, human or not, are doing good work because they've been trained on the audits that we've done. Because they've been trained on the standards that we have uploaded saying this is what we want to go by. And you'll see even ChatGPT, as of a couple days ago, launched this new skills pack. So you can, you know, the manager skill pack, the web designer skill pack, all these other skill packs, which I'm just starting to log into now and see how we can equip them. It's like the Matrix when you can choose the module on flying the Apache helicopter, the Kung Fu module, all these modules, right? Skill modules. So us as managers, we want to have our workers get more effective. We want more workers. We want them to work together. We want to coordinate what we call orchestration. We level up, and even Elon Musk said this for Tesla. If you own a Tesla and you have it do self-driving and starts driving for you while you're not using it and going out making money for you, you could have multiple Teslas that are actually earning you money, and now you manage a flock of these Teslas like sheep. And I think you manage your flock of agents, and you pay them in tokens, and maybe you have to feed them $1 or $2 a task, which certainly worth it compared to $300 for an expert. And I've seen it in all these different areas. Think about, what does it mean for you? If you're a home service business, it's going to be a while before the robot is going to physically be on the roof or installing the water heater. But if you're in digital, you need to level up as a manager, otherwise all the workers are getting replaced. Love to hear what you think.